Countdown.
Tahniah! Siaran langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia. Sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Siaran langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Hai, Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera and I all, teachers, parents and our wonderful students. Welcome again to Pusat Tuisyen Academy YouTuber, a joint venture with e-didik Malaysia and Kelab Guru Malaysia. Bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. It's been a long time since we've taken a break from the broadcast. So let's begin with the recitation of Kitab Al-Fatihah for Muslim, and for the non-Muslim, please recite your prayers according to your religion. Al-Fatihah. Amin. How are you today? So my prayer that everyone is in the best of health and ready to proceed with today's class. So I'm Miss Wahidah Binti Zakaria, Miss Wawa, as our moderator for today's class. And currently I'm teaching at Pahang Matriculation College Pahang. And together with us in the conti is Madam Nurfaizah binti Muhammad binti Ahmad, sorry, our host controller from Negeri Sembilan Matriculation College.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Lama tak jumpa kan? And the most important person today is our presenter, Madam Naini binti Harun, from Form 6 teacher at SMK Sultan Sulaiman Terengganu.
Okay, hai, Assalamualaikum. Selamat sejahtera.
Salam. Alright, so for the record, we are now live on her YouTube channel, Naini HR, with a class topic, the stages of aerobic respiration. So let's support this channel to grow by please subscribe this channel and hit the bell button. Not forgetting our channels too. As usual, the lesson will last approximately 1 hour. The certificate link and the credit claim link will be given at the end of this session. And I'm sorry, the credit claim consists of 1 capital letter and 5 digits. And I will state each of the digits along the class. And also, please note that you can use EDD or MOE email address to claim the certificate for this class. And in order to do the credit claim, you need to collect all the codes along the class. So I will announce it separately during this class. So be sure to follow the class up until the end. So just a reminder, please use appropriate words and profile picture if you wish to post a comment in our chat box. And then I'm pretty sure all the students here are excellent students with positive attitude. So stay focused, and if you have any question, please write in the chat box and we'll give our best to provide you with the answers. And before I pass to our presenter, let's mention the first digit for claim credit code, that is A16. A16. All right, Madam Naini, so let's start.
Okay, let's start. Okay, Assalamualaikum dan selamat malam. Okay, selamat sejahtera. Malam ni time to sleep. Okay, so today, the first time in our unit biology. Okay, silent for a long, what we say, 1 month. Okay,
Take a break.
so this yes, we take a break, and then and then we continue. Okay, so today my tuition will focus on STPN semester 1. Okay, which will be held about 3 weeks more. Okay, so today we want to more discuss about the not hot topic, the important topic and maybe the difficult topic. Okay, so let's introduce myself. Okay, teacher's name Naini Harun. From Pusat Tingkatan 6 SMK Sultan Sulaiman Kuala Terengganu. So teaching experience is about 24 years. Okay, 24 years, and teaching biology STPN and also SPM, and 18 years teaching biology STPN. So my channel is Cikgu Naini HR. Okay, there are lots about biology content. Okay, especially for STPM. Okay, so you can find out the videos about the biology sem 1 and also in the playlist of biology. Okay, so Cikgu Wawa and also Cikgu Faizah also has content about biology, STPM. Okay, and other subjects. Okay, so our head panel is Cikgu Faizah in studio today. Okay, from College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan Kuala Lumpur. Okay, teaching experience 26 years, 11 years at the boarding school. Okay, and the others. Okay, sorry. Her channel is Cikgu Faizah. Okay, so let's subscribe also our channel, her channel. Okay. And the other thing, okay, not here today, teacher Fatihah binti Mansur from PTSMK Seri Sedang. Okay, so he is teaching about 30 years. Okay, so you can join her channel, Cikgu Fatihah 66. And our moderator today, Cikgu Wahidah binti Sakaria from College Medical Sipahang, experience 11 years, okay, teaching biology in matriculation, and her channel of My Biology by Miss Warwa. Okay, so let's subscribe all our channel, our teachers today, so their channel, okay, and then find out more content in their channel. Okay, so others you can find out about mathematics, okay, which also will be had tuition on Saturday 5 p.m. Okay, there are lots of video which is led by teacher Ain and also teacher Zanaria and teacher Eileen. Okay, also chemistry Prayu. Okay, there are lots of video PDPC which also their tuition on Sunday tomorrow 3:30 p.m. And also we have physics, okay, on Sunday, 5 p.m. Okay, tomorrow also, which is the head panel is Madam Rosmaya. And also Wednesday for Perakaunan, Ekonomi Prayu Matrikulasi, okay, which is led by Madam Fizi. The tuition on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. So you can find out others STPN subject, okay, for pengajaran, MUET, pengajaran perniagaan, and also perakaunan for STPM. Okay, so a lot of tuition you can find out in their portal, okay, our portal of academyyoutuber.com, okay. So there are a lot about other subject, not Prayu, and also other standard, and also what sekolah yang level yang lain lah, okay. Okay, and you can also find out in our apps, okay, Academy YouTuber. So you can download in your phone, okay, by Google Play, okay. So you can find out more about the tuition on live and others, okay. Okay, so what is our topic today? I have already mentioned about the what we say the main topic, okay. That's difficult topic because there are a lot of cycles to memorize. Okay, so I choose the stages, okay, more about how to memorize the cycle, and also the important thing that must be possible, okay, in the question, okay, especially in structure and also essay question. Okay, so what is the topic today about stages in aerobic respiration? So aerobic respiration, we can also say cellular respiration. Okay, so there are lots of learning outcome. So you must describe the glycolysis, okay, one stages in our cell respiration, and also calculate energy that are produced. Describe the various steps of a Krebs cycle. Okay, explain the formation of ATP, GTP, NADH, and FADH2. Okay, so describe the oxidative phosphorylation and chemiosmosis in ETC, electron transport chain, and also calculate and explain the energy produced in aerobic respiration of one molecule glucose in liver cell. Okay, there are also, this topic cellular respiration also in rematriculation. Okay, so now I focus today for more about STPN semester 1. Okay, so what are the stages? Okay, so the stages, there are 3 stages, okay, major stages in aerobic respiration. Okay, so the first one is glycolysis. Okay, that occur in cytoplasm. Okay, here in cell and the cytoplasm. And after that, the Krebs cycle, which is occurs in mitochondrial matrix. Okay, electron transport chain or electron transport system occurs in inner membrane of mitochondria. Okay, so inner membrane. Okay, if I show this is crystal. Okay, crystal apa dia structure, okay, which is apa macam apa dia panggil unjuran. Let's that like what we say villus like villus in our apa in our digestive system, okay, like that. Okay, this is also inner. Okay, so where if the label here or here is the same thing about the inner membrane. Okay, but if this one, if you refer the answer crystal, it's also correct. Okay, that's mean the label show what structure. Okay, so remember to know the side of the structure of mitochondrion. Okay, so this process occur cytoplasm and enter mitochondrion for 2 other stages. Okay, for Krebs cycle, okay, which occur in matrix, and electron transport chain occurs in inner membrane mitochondria. Okay, that's mean if you think if we have no oxygen. Okay, so this is not the topic we want to discuss today. If no oxygen, that means the mitochondrion is not function. Okay, so today I just want to discuss about the aerobic respiration. That means must have oxygen. Okay. Okay, so this is overall the structure. Okay, and you will see this structure I get from Campbell's book. Okay, so for student STPN or also metric and also asasi, the Campbell is the main what we say main reference book. Okay, in STPN also so the facts or the point is referred to this book. Okay, so this diagram I choose from that Campbell. Okay, so the others books, Solomon also can. Okay, okay. So the 3 stages. Okay, the 3 stages. Okay, what we say this one. Okay, this one is only the link. The link between the glycolysis and also the citric acid cycle. Okay, we call it Krebs cycle. Okay, so in your answer, either you want to write down the answer either citric acid cycle or Krebs cycle. Okay, so Krebs cycle, their spelling must be KREB, no S. Okay, Krebs cycle. Okay, because the spelling is important in your answer. Okay, during exam. Okay. Okay, so this one, substrate level phosphorylation, oxidative phosphorylation is referred to the reaction. Okay, so if the question asks about the reaction, okay, so you can answer the reaction that involved in glycolysis is substrate level phosphorylation. The reaction that involved in citric acid, the substrate level phosphorylation. And the reaction that involve in electron transport chain is only oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, so this is reaction. Okay, so this is the stages. Okay, also sometimes stages we can refer about the process. Okay, so it depends on the question. Okay, so this I say about the reaction. Okay, so more about the substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, why it called substrates? Okay, then why we call it phosphorylation? Okay, so phosphorylation refer to the ATP production. That means to produce energy. Okay, and why substrate level? Substrate it comes from the phosphate. Okay, that's come from the phosphate that's come from the substrate. Okay, so substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, so where is a phosphate that comes from substrate? Okay, example this. Okay, you see the substrate is 1,3 by phosphoglycerate, and then it's phosphorylated, okay, to form 3-phosphoglycerate. Okay, we choose what we say idea, the action words phosphorylated. Okay, because this process is about the energy produced. Okay, don't use convert because convert ni for certain reaction that there are no what we say, there are no substrate level phosphorylation, there are no oxidation, you can use convert. Okay, so practice to use if you see the ATP and ADP, you use it either oxidized or phosphorylated. Okay, so is oxidized can and also the phosphorylated. Okay, so the main is phosphorylated lah. Phosphorylated. Okay, we name the process because of the phosphorylation, the substrate level phosphorylation which produce ATP. Okay, so what is substrate level phosphorylation? A smaller amount of ATP is formed directly in a few reactions of glycolysis and the cycle. Okay, so definition, ATP synthesis occur when an enzyme transfer a phosphate group from a substrate molecule to ADP. Okay, ATP. Okay, from substrate to ADP. Okay, that means this is phosphate. Okay, you see this is phosphate. Not here. The other one. Okay, so this phosphate's not change. This one. Okay, so this one, yeah.
Cikgu Naini, can we answer this question from Ling Hui?
Yeah.
She asked that is the phosphorylated more specific?
Yes, okay. The phosphorylated is more specific to this process. Okay, that means involve the production of ATP. Okay, so in the what you say Krebs cycle or glycolysis, they have a lot about the production of ATP or the what we say substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, so we must use the phosphorylated. Yes, this term. Because the last what we our teacher discussed, this is the point that must be stayed. Okay, so if you say oxidized can, but it's what you say the main apa we say the main term yang penting lah. Yang penting tu adalah phosphorylated. Yeah. Okay, don't use convert. Okay, because many students use convert. Okay, bertukar. Okay, not bertukar but bertukar tu sebab dia ada proses penting di situ. Yeah.
Gain phosphate.
Yes, okay. Okay. Or either you can use oxidized, okay? But this process teacher what we say recommend to use the phosphorylated. Okay, that means the energy produced or using energy, okay, that is the phosphorylation process. Okay, so I okay understand. Okay, so don't use convert. Okay, Okay, you can find you can see my explanation about the crack cycle. Okay, after this. Okay, see what is the suitable term used when we want to describe the cycle. Okay. Okay. Okay, how about oxidative phosphorylation? Okay, there are two process that involve in our our production of ATP. Okay, substrate level and oxidative. Okay, and I mentioned earlier the substrate level phosphorylation, the reaction that occurs in glycolysis and also the Krebs cycle. But the oxidative phosphorylation is only occur at electron transport chain. Okay, so what is oxidative phosphorylation? Okay, that means the oxidative comes from oxidation. Okay, so this mode of ATP synthesis is called oxidative phosphorylation because it powered by the redox reaction. Okay, when you see the redox reaction, that means compulsory oxidation. Okay, and also reduction of the electron transport chain. And you must remember the oxidative phosphorylation, almost 90% of ATP generated by respiration. Okay, that means if the form of energy such as NADH and also FADH2, okay, so this form of energy, if not enter the electron transport chain, so there are no production of ATP. Okay, so 90% will lost. Okay, that is an important thing of oxidative phosphorylation compared to substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, okay. Okay, so now we're going to the first stage. Okay, glycolysis. Glycolysis. Okay, gly refer to the apa glycogen. Okay, that's mean
Glucose.
but this yes, okay, the glycogen is the store energy. Okay, this is about the glucose. Okay, so occurs in cytoplasm, or we can use C2 also can. Process of breaking glucose into two molecules of a compound called pyruvate. I mean glucose, the 6 carbon, and then the breaking until it will produce pyruvate. So pyruvate is 3 carbon, 3 carbon molecule, 3 carbon of sugar molecule. Okay. So the energy released during glycolysis is conserved as ATP and NADH. Okay, so when we describe about the glycolysis, you can find out about the ATP and also you can find out there are NADH. Okay, the form of energy is also produced. Okay, and at the end of glycolysis, 2 molecules of pyruvate are produced from 1 molecule of glucose. Okay, so glycolysis can occur in the presence of oxygen or absence of oxygen. Okay, because it's occur in cytoplasm. That's okay, either oxygen no or yes oxygen. Okay, okay, is compared to the Krebs and the electron transport chain, the two stages occur in mitochondria, and you also must know how important mitochondria is. Okay, relate to the oxygen. Okay, okay. So glycolysis has two stages of phase. Okay, so you must remember these two phase. Yes. Okay, but certain question, if you not describe the stages detail, okay, just you describe the process, the whole process is also can. Okay, this is if you mention the investment phase and energy payoff phase, that's a benefit mark for you. Okay, so boleh terang secara direct tanpa mention this. But if the question needs to describe the investment phase, so you must describe the investment phase only. Okay, so ada setengah soalan tu tanya pasal investment phase saja. So terangkan investment phase. Okay. Okay, so what is investment phase? Okay, the works of investment. That means, okay, we use kita apa panggil? Kita laburkan dulu. Okay, that means kita gunakan dulu and then kita akan pay off for another phase. Okay, bayar balik. Okay, that means if a respiration is glycolysis, must produce energy. But this one, we use energy and produce energy. Okay, that means we must cover and we cover the energy we use and we get the net production. Okay, so
Meaning that cikgu mula-mula dalam investment phase tu, the ATP will be consumed first for
yeah.
activation of glucose, right?
Yes, right. Okay, and then we pay off so we can get the net production from glycolysis. Okay, so the net production, there are how many ATP is produced and also NADH. Okay, so this one you must remember because the stages in respiration, you must also know how to calculate the energy. Okay, not to describe the process only. Okay. So energy payoff phase where ATP is produced through substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, so you can find out substrate level phosphorylation in the energy payoff phase. And also NADH is produced through oxidation of the substrate. Okay. Okay, so this one. Okay, so I recommend you to use this glycolysis the diagram in a Canva book. Yeah, because that the important source you must have okay. So this one for glycolysis, there are about 4 or 5 steps investment phase, and after that for energy payoff there are also about 4 steps. Okay, so if the question is about how describe the glycolysis, there must be the 8 steps you must memorize. Okay. Okay, let's we go straightly. Okay, because we have no more time about this. Okay, and I hope you already memorize it because there are you don't have a lot time to what we say starting to remember. Okay, so the investment phase. Okay, you can see the glucose and then glucose 6-phosphate. Okay, if you use converted, okay, this one I use converted. Okay, it's better to use what we say phosphorylated or oxidized. Yes, okay, so during phosphorylation, but this point said during phosphorylation. Okay, that means it's also mentioned the phosphorylated. But if you say glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate, I think it's maybe antara nak terima or tak terima.
Not complete lah, not complete statement.
Yeah, okay, not complete. Okay, so during phosphorylation, yes. Ataupun glucose is phosphorylated into glucose 6-phosphate using energy and phosphate group from ATP. Okay. Okay, so how about the enzyme? Okay, for STPM, the enzyme is not more important, but sometimes. Okay, so if in this investment phase, okay, maybe the hexokinase important or not. Okay, that's what we say jarang-jarang. Okay, so the important is the process of phosphorylated from one substrate to one substrate. Okay, so the second glucose phosphate is converted to fructose 6-phosphate. Okay, so this one can because they are not involved the ATP. Okay, this one you can say converted because there are no process, there are no important reaction there. Okay, and this one you use the phosphorylated. Okay, then this one.
Cikgu, it is actually an isomerization only because glucose changed to its isomer fructose, right?
Yeah, okay, you can also can use isomer. Okay, it's isomer too. Okay, but this one, if you state the converter also can. Converted to fructose 6-phosphate, converted to isomer, X isomer fructose 6-phosphate. Okay, can. Ataupun Glucose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 6-phosphate by isomerization. Okay.
Cikgu
Okay.
Naini,
Yes.
there is a question from Ming Huin again. So she
Mm-hmm.
asks if she can write as glucose is phosphorylated into glucose 6-phosphate.
Mm-hmm.
ATP is converted to ADP.
Mm-hmm.
Reaction is catalyzed by hexokinase. Is it
Okay,
okay?
yeah, it's okay. Okay, because but the what you say the mark okay, the mark is given for the two. So the what we say the
Only.
enzyme is not important. But in
Hmm.
structure, if the question asks you about what is the enzyme that
Mm-mm.
involved in that
Involve,
reaction, yes.
catalyze.
So untuk proses ni tak perlulah kita terlampau
Detail
rigid
sangat.
kita yes.
Tapi
Okay.
tak ada tolak markah kan cikgu?
Tak ada
Tapi
tolak
it's okay
makan.
lah.
Cuma kalau katakan you wrong state about the enzyme. That must be what you say, dia akan menjejaskan penerangan sebelum.
Faham.
Okay. Okay, jadi pada yang my experience, okay, when we discuss about the cycle, we not talk about the enzyme involved, okay, in essay question. Okay, so what we say, no more to memorize because this is about a lot of reaction you want to memorize kan, banyak sangat memasukkan enzyme, okay, but in matriculation maybe compulsory kan cikgu bawa.
Memang we have to memorize 2 types of enzyme involved in step 1 and step 3.
Yes, okay, so in STPM in essay not so
Not
what you say?
necessary.
Yeah, not
Dia tak
necessary.
emphasize lah. Dia tak emphasize
Yes, tak
dekat
emphasize.
situ.
If state tak jadi satu kesalahan, okay, tetapi takut nanti wrong enzyme that we state there.
Sebab dia particular about the spelling also kan cikgu?
Yeah. Okay, sebab tu kata banyak untuk memorize nanti benda tu lagi macam susah. Okay,
Jadi,
maybe if that the student not choose this essay question, but
only kalau nasihat saya only focus to the reaction occur, and then what happened to the molecule.
Okay, so the conversion tu, for substrate, yes, and also this. That means this one, the flow of this one, compulsory. And
Cikgu,
then the ATP and so on. Okay.
Cikgu Naini, kita nak berehat sekejap Cikgu Naini. Jadi kita akan sambung balik. Okay, class before we take a break. Okay, so the next digit for the claim code credit is number 8. Number 8 ya, number 8. Okay, we will be right back after this.
Okay.
Hello, welcome back. All right,
Okay.
so in this class, our topics is the stages in aerobic respiration with Cikgu Naini. All right, let's continue.
Okay. Okay, so for energy pair of phase, okay, you see glycerate 1,3 diphosphate molecule, okay, dephosphorated to form glycerate 3 phosphate, okay. Either use glycerate 1,3 or use 1,3 bis phosphoglycerate, okay, can, okay. Istilah depend on apa yang ada pada Campbell or Solomon, okay. And then the glycerate 3-phosphate oxidize, okay, use the words oxidize, okay, to 3-phosphoglycerate, okay, this one oxidize it also can, either is phosphorylated, and then 3-phosphoglycerate is rearranged to form 2-phosphoglycerate, okay, rearrange, okay, so what the arrangement, okay, you can see this one to go to phosphate to go to the second carbon, okay, from the 3 carbon, and anolis remove a molecule water and form phosphoinopyruvate. Okay, this mention the enzyme, not mentioned is also can. The phosphate group is transferred from phosphoinopyruvate to ADP form pyruvate. Okay, for the short form for phosphoinopyruvate, okay, in essay you can write out the first one, phosphoinopyruvate fully, and then in bracket PEP, and the second sentence you can use PEP. Okay, that means you can use symbol if you mentioned earlier. Okay, okay, for essay. And then this process, the phosphate group is transferred from phosphoinopyruvate to ADP. Okay, this is substrate level phosphorylation. And don't forget to mention this reaction in your explanation. Makna kena nyatakan proses penting dalam penerangan awak. Okay? Okay. So, we already discussed about the glycolysis, and the overall product is 2 pyruvate, 2 ATP, that means 4 ATP produced, and we deduct by 2 ATP that are consumed earlier, and 2 NADH, 2 hydrogen ion, okay, use hydrogen ion and not atom hydrogen, okay, because atom hydrogen we can either write proton, okay, ion hydrogen, and 2 molecule of water, okay. Okay, so example question about glycolysis. Okay, describe glycolysis and calculate the net energy produced in glycolysis. Okay, so the net energy you must mention 2 ATP is produced. Okay, it's about the net energy. Okay, not for NADH. Okay, NADH is already in energy form, not apa panggil? Not synthesized, not hydrolyzed. Okay, tak dipecahkan lagi lah. Okay, because NADH must enter the electron transport chain to oxidize to get ATP. Okay. Okay, before enter the Krebs cycle, there are link reactions. So this is not the stages. Link reaction is only intermediate stages. Okay, so the pyruvate produced from glycolysis. Okay, there are pyruvate carboxy group which already full oxidized is removed. Okay, so pyruvate 3 carbon. So the carboxy group of pyruvate remove and then release 1 molecule of carbon dioxide. Okay, so that means there are the 2 carbon fragment. Okay, we call it acetyl, but not mention acetyl, never mind. Okay, acetate or acetyl. Okay, then the coenzyme attached to the acetate and forming acetyl-CoA. Okay, about the spelling of coenzyme. Okay, coenzyme either you write fully coenzyme. Okay, C must be not the small letter, not capital letter. But in the symbol form, the C must be capital letter. Okay, so coenzyme A. Okay, because this is name of coenzyme. Okay, so beware. When it forming acetyl CoA, you can write like this. Okay, because this is the spelling that most students write wrongly. Okay, so acetyl, C the capital, O small, and A is capital letter. Okay, and then the process of dehydrogenation, that means for reduction. Okay, electron transfer to NAD plus to form NADH. Okay, so NAD plus, okay, is reduced to NADH. Okay, you can say is reduced to NADH. Okay, so this is link reaction process. Okay, link reaction process, the intermediate before the stages of Krebs cycle. Okay, so what is a Krebs cycle? Okay, Krebs is not S. Okay, this teacher tertyping tadi. Okay, Krebs saja, not S. Krebs cycle, or you can say the citric acid cycle. Okay, the Krebs cycle is a series of chemical reactions to release stored energy through the oxidation of acetyl CoA. Okay, acetyl CoA, either this one or no, can. Okay, derived from carbohydrate. Okay. So let's see their stages. Okay, you can refer this diagram in Campbell. Okay, so I already what we say? Apa? Pecahkan.
Simplify.
Okay, simplify. Okay, the green color and the silver color. Okay.
Grey color.
Okay. Yeah, the grey color. Silver is shining. Okay, grey color. Okay, so why I first simplify the the green color and the grey color. Okay, the grey color and the green
Grey
color
color.
is the grey and the
Different.
green. So the grey and the green is the overall atau the what we say outline of the Krebs cycle. Okay, outline overall. Okay, there is the process that you must memorize. Okay, but if the question asks you about the production of ATP, okay, it's mentioned only the production of the ATP. So I choose the green color. Okay. So that's it's the what we say the specific idea that teacher that the question wants you to explain. Okay. Tapi tak apa if you write the all and then it also can we can find out the what we say the production of the ATP for you, but maybe you missing the idea. Maknanya mungkin akan termiss idea itu. Okay. Okay, so let's we specialize what is the whole process. Okay, so starting for Krebs cycle, the acetyl group of acetyl CoA or acetyl CoA that produce in the what we say link reaction. Okay, combine with the compound oxaloacetate. Okay, to forming citrate. And then citrate is converted to its isomer. Okay, so there are no important process here, no ATP production here. Okay, so when isocitrate to alpha ketoglutarate, there are the production of ATP there. Okay, so what is the production of energy? Not ATP, energy, because NADH is the form of energy that can oxidize ATP in an electron transport chain. Okay, so isocitrate is oxidized. Okay, we use the word oxidize. Okay, to alpha ketoglutarate. Okay, then reducing NAD. NAD plus is the form of reduced form to NADH and produce hydrogen ion. Okay, you can write H plus and you can write NAD plus. Okay, plus above plus. Okay, in your essay form and release carbon dioxide. Okay, so release carbon dioxide. Okay, right in for carbon dioxide must be fully named carbon dioxide, but we can use bracket CO2. The second sentence you can use the CO2 as symbolized. Okay, and mention about the process. Okay, by oxidative decarboxylation. Okay, and then alpha ketoglutarate is oxidized to form succinyl CoA and reduce NAD to NADH, or NAD plus is reduced to NADH and produce H plus here. Okay, produce hydrogen ion and release carbon dioxide. Okay, by oxidative decarboxylation. Okay, so why oxidative? This oxidized decarboxylation, we release carbon dioxide. Okay. Okay, so going to the process, CoA is a coenzyme A. Okay, coenzyme A is displaced by a phosphate group, okay, PI, phosphate group, then transfer to GDP and form GTP. So GTP is used to form ATP. Okay. Okay, and then succinate to fumarate. Okay, the two hydrogens are transferred to FAD. Okay, there are FAD here. Okay, forming FADH. Okay, so the works succinate is oxidized. Okay, because this is about the energy. Okay, to fumarate, and then fumarate to malate. Okay, fumarate is converted to malate. Okay, so there are no about energy there. And then malate is oxidized. Okay, oxidized. Okay, spelling S. Okay, to oxaloacetate. Reducing NAD plus to NADH and produce H plus. Okay, so that is the whole process or the outline of citric acid cycle or Krebs cycle. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Cikgu Naini.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, saya nak state I want to state the next code. Digit code is 0 to claim the credit code. Right, the next digit is 0.
Okay, so ada 2 digit. Okay.
So we have another 1 digit lah lepas ni, last.
Okay, yes. Okay,
alright, so continue.
Yes, example of question about Krebs cycle. Okay, there is one. The green one, okay, the green one only about what we say the production of the energy. Okay, so describe the various steps involved in Krebs cycle and indicate the amount of high energy molecules. Okay, high energy molecules. Okay, not ATP, high energy molecules. Okay, produced per glucose molecule. Okay, so we describe about that, this one. Okay, so this one. Okay, the tak perlu mention berapa molekul dua-dua tu tak perlu. Just mention the molecule of NADH or FADH is produced. Okay. Okay. So the marks this question is about 8 marks if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay, so the others describe the series of reaction involved in the production of NADH within the Krebs cycle. Okay, this one is you must state also the production of NADH. Okay, and you must describe the series reaction that involve the production of NADH. Okay, so the green color, yes. Okay, so the example here. But also the series of reaction. Okay, so this one you must state the what we say the grey and the green color. So you must state all about that process. Okay, here. Okay. Okay, and if you see the production NADH, lastly you must mention how molecule of NADH is produced. Okay, so this one Okay, and then you must mention the about 2 terms of Krebs cycle. Okay, this is tambahan Okay, tak nyatakan yang ni tak apa. So sampai di the point of a molecule glucose will undergo 2 turns of Krebs cycle. Okay. Okay, so Krebs cycle maknanya kalau when you describe the Krebs cycle, so not miss about the production of NADH, the production of ATP or the production of energy. Okay, maknanya perlu bila penerangan tu perlu masukkan proses yang berkait dengan tenaga. Okay, dalam cycle yang you all hafal tu. Okay. Okay, kerana masa ada makin 10 minit lagi, teruskan. Okay, sikit berkait dengan electron transport chain. Okay, so in electron transport chain is the last important stages, okay, to get 38 ATP. Okay, so another 30 ATP we must get from the 2 stages. Okay, so this one is how NADH and FADH2 is oxidized to get energy. So that means one NADH is oxidized to get 3 molecule ATP and one molecule of FADH2 to get 2 molecule ATP. Okay, so you must calculate all the NADH and FADH from the 3 stages, the 2 stages, okay, before enter electron transport chain. That means from glycolysis, there also 1 NADH, okay, 2 NADH times 2, and then the Krebs cycle, they about 2 FADH2 and 6 NADH, okay. Okay, how about the process? Okay, perlu memorize ke tidak? For pathway of electron through electron transport chain, yes. Okay, so the simple how the electrons transfer from one protein carrier, okay, electron carrier until the last one, the important one is the cytochrome complex, okay, because cytochrome complex important to transfer electron to oxygen. Okay, so you must memorize the process. How about the NADH molecule? Okay, so NADH molecule dia akan sampai ke mana dulu? And also FADH2. Okay, electrons for NADH is transferred to flavoprotein. Okay, FMN. Boleh tulis tak guna FMN? Okay, simbol. Kalau nak tulis simbol selepas guna the full name flavoprotein. Okay. And then flavoprotein is the complex one complex yang pertama. That means the first one of the electron carrier returns its oxidized form as it pass electron to FAS complex. Okay, so FAS complex tu dia terikat dengan flavoprotein. Okay, and then pass to the complex 2 ubiquinone. And most of the remaining electron carrier between ubiquinone and oxygen are protein called Cytochrome Complex. Okay, perlu remember tak semua cytochrome? Tak perlu. Okay, just sebut Cytochrome Complex. But if you want to mention the most important cytochrome is cytochrome A3. Okay, you can use the form CYT-A3. Okay, kalau ikutnya cytochrome complex ni dia ada A2, B lah apa kan C. Tapi mention yang the last one tu. Because the last one pass electrons to oxygen. Okay, so oxygen is the last electron accepted, which will going to form water and combine with hydrogen ion in the electron transport chain, okay, to forming water. And then after that the energy okay. Okay, how about FADH2? FADH2 will enter the second one, the complex 2 ubiquinone. Okay, so in spite of that, FADH2 only produce 2 molecule ATP, whereas NADH produce 3 molecule ATP. Sebab itu dia kurang 1, menyebabkan dia hasilkan 2 je molecule ATP. Untuk NADH, dia dah start daripada complex 1. So, dia hasilkan 3 ATP. That means dia dah melibatkan 3 kompleks. Okay. Ni Cytochrome Complex ni adalah kompleks yang ketiga. Okay. Okay. Ni perlu remember secara ringkas. Okay. And the important process also in electron transport chain is about chemiosmosis. Okay, so why chemiosmosis important? Okay, if this process not occur, ATP is not produced. Okay, because ATP synthase must be activated by this process. Okay, jika tidak, benda ni tak akan jalan. Okay, apa benda ini? Merujuk kepada ATP synthase. Okay, so this one is ATP synthase. Okay, so how ATP synthase is generate or activate? Okay, it's about the movement of protons. Okay, protons refer to H plus. Okay, the hydrogen atom. Okay, so you can use proton. Okay, as the complex shafted electrons, they pump proton from the mitochondrial matrix. Okay, so this process pump electron ke mitochondrial matrix. Okay, because there are lots of proton in intermembrane space. Okay, so lot of proton here. So the process chemiosmosis occur. So chemiosmosis like osmosis, maknanya dia akan diffuse macam osmosis tapi melibatkan proton. We call it chemiosmosis. Okay. So chemiosmosis involve the what we say the gradient of proton. That means the lot of proton in the intermembrane space. Okay. So they create the gradients. Okay, so more here. So it will diffuse. Okay, or we said dia akan diangkut okay, to matrix. Okay, dia allowed so diffuse and activate the ATP synthase. Okay, so during chemiosmosis, the proton flow back down their gradient. Down, that means this high, this low. Okay, down their gradient through ATP synthase here, which is built in the membrane nearby. Okay, this intermembrane here, this membrane nearby, this matrix. Okay, so the outer here, this inner. Okay, so the ATP synthase harness the proton multiform to phosphorylate ADP forming ATP, and together the stage the process in electron transport and also chemiosmosis make up oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, seperti yang cikgu sebut tadi, if chemiosmosis not occur, they are not complete to get ATP. Okay, so that's why when you find out the question that what happened when oxygen is no in mitochondrion. So apa jadi? Okay, bila oksigen tak ada. Okay, tengok pada dia punya electron transport. So the oxygen is the last one. Okay, so if oxygen no, so that means no flow electron, no flow of proton, ATP synthase is not activate, no ATP is produced. Okay, so that one teacher not discuss today. Teacher only discuss about the 3 stages. Okay, so that's you must make a revision more about that one. Okay. Okay, so overall, oxidative phosphorylation in electron transport chain, you can the total ATP is 34 ATP. Okay, 30, 32, 34. Okay, sometimes in other molecule, in other books, the one molecule NADH produce about 3.5. Okay, then this one is 2.5. Okay, so refer to the old one. Okay, the latest kalau gunakan pun tak ada masalah. So the new one dia jadi berubah not 3 molecule ATP jadi lebih pada tu. Okay, so FADH2 2 molekul and 3 molekul. So the total is 34. for electron transport chain. Okay, so overall we get 2 ATP from glycolysis, 2 ATP from Krebs cycle, so the 4 ATP and plus 34 ATP. So for total ATP production in aerobic respiration, okay, by 3 stages is 38 ATP. Okay, so I finished already discuss about the stages. Okay, so this is the example of the essay question, past year question, okay, on 2021. Okay, so this is the
Dia
point.
dia tanya
Banyak.
liver cell lah, liver cell.
Yeah, liver cell that means
This is an
cellular.
active cell. Active cell
Yeah,
will
so the aerobic respiration or cellular respiration. Okay, so describe all about that. Starting from glycolysis, and then lean reaction, and then Krebs cycle, okay, until you can get 38. Okay, if the questions need you to state the net ATP, so this is 1 point compulsory. Okay, so the
kalau
9,
kalau kalau describe tu more to elaborate the whole process kan? The whole
so kalau,
process.
maknanya from glycolysis, lean reaction, Krebs cycle, and etc. Okay, so soalan ni dia nak describe and then state. So state compulsory get 1 mark. So the other 9 mark come from describe of the process, the whole process, glycolysis, lean reaction, cycle, and etc. Okay. Okay. That's all. So I hope you all can memorize the important thing for the 3 stages. Okay. And don't support. Bukan support. Okay. Jangan support. Teka-teka. Gas. Okay. Ni keluar. Ada but if we discuss about respiration, we discuss about the cycle, describe the cycle, and we discuss about the production of ATP. That's it. Okay, so good luck on the coming. Okay, make a fully revision of this topic. That's all. Thank you.
Alright, thank you Cikgu Naini HR, Naini Harun. Alright, so we end our class this today. Alright, so okay, so hold on. So hold on. Okay, congratulations to those who are able to follow our session in this class before beginning till the end. And before we end our session in this class, so the last code is number 1. Alright, number 1. Alright, so all of you please stop posting any comment in the chat box, okay? And if you haven't clicked the subscribe button yet, please do so. Make sure it turns to grey color, not the red color, okay? And activate the icon bell button so that you will not miss the next class session. Then if you find this lesson was beneficial, click like and share to your friends on your social media and spread the share of goodness. Once completed, type done on the chat box before the certificate link is given as a token of and thank you for your dedication in joining our free class today. And link for the certificate and link to claim credit are already given in the chat box. And please take note, the link will end for half an hour after this live ended. And make sure to use the EDD or MOE email only to log in. And incorrect email use will not be entertained. If you haven't got one, please apply first. And the link to apply the EDD email is also given in the chat box. And if you wish to get more information on the online classes, go to our website www.academyyoutuber.com. And to those who haven't joined EDD Junior Telegram, please do so in the link also. And then, so once again, I would like to thank all the students for joining today, and feel free to share this free tuition class to your friends and teachers all over Malaysia. This is a collective effort from all the teachers throughout Malaysia to all students throughout the country. And also, Cikgu Faizah, anything you want to say?
Okay, Miss Wawa, congratulations to Cikgu Naini for very clear explanation. Okay, really informative and a lot of tips for your examination. So all the best for the STPM students for your becoming exam. Cikgu Naini and Miss Wawa, I have a
Announcement.
simple announcement simple song to memorize the crab
Hmm?
cycle.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so
Good idea.
okay, 1, 2, 3. Secret eyes so secret. Alpha Keto Gutaret. Succinet, Fumaret. Malet, Oxalo, Acetate. Okay, that's actually I
Ah,
always
okay.
share with my
Wow,
students.
wow.
Okay, alright. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Miss Wawa, back to
Okay,
you.
good.
Okay.
A good
Actually,
sharing.
yeah,
Okay.
each of stage in the aerobic respiration. Actually, if a student can create
Yeah.
songs or acronym or simpler way to memorize or uh, to understand it first and then to memorize. Okay, it will be easier to sit the exam. Okay,
Yeah.
and it will help you. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so thank you too for being a YouTuber Academy supporter too. And I think that's all for this class. See you in another session for the next week. And please remember, ingat hashtag bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Stay safe till we meet again next week, same day, same time, Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Berita baik untuk semua. Kini Akademi YouTuber memperkenalkan sistem mata ganjaran kredit AYU untuk dikumpul. Jom ikuti kelas tuition live AYU untuk mengumpul kredit AYU dan berpeluang menebus hadiah-hadiah yang menarik. Hadiah bernilai lebih RM10,000 disediakan secara percuma untuk pelajar seluruh Malaysia. Apa tunggu lagi? Tebus ganjaran hebat ini sekarang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.